Straight up 11:30. It's time to roll. We're over on YouTube. Thanks for being here, guys. Appreciate you all. It's game day, as we say, right? Today's the day, Tuesday. That means we got a broker overview tonight for people. And if this is your first team building call, welcome. My name is David Rutz. I happen to be the founder of David Allen Capital, and it's my pleasure to be speaking with you live today, June 17th. So many great things happening right now. We're developing so many things. Busy, busy, busy. It's a lot of fun. And of course, our funding is continuing to make a massive impact in the industry, and we need more brokers, frankly. So today's discussion about broker growth, I was working on a approved ad that we can publish and post, and it's not ready yet because there is legal requirements. If we post something and say use it, then we have to be liable for how it's used. So there's a couple things. It's not a big deal, but it's not ready today. I think we'll post something later this week, though. I don't think we're going to wait till next Tuesday because it's near done for people who want to run ads, attracting brokers. But tonight we have our broker overview at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. So this is a great opportunity. My daughter, Michaela, who's 20, she does social media with us. She's like, I'm looking at all these videos and I'm just wondering, if you've got the video on the website, why do we need to come live? Or why does anyone need to be there live? And and she leads a small group Bible study. I said, why do you lead small group Bible study live? There's YouTube videos that talk about Jesus and there's a Bible. And so why go live? You go live because it's an opportunity to invite people. Number one, it's a pending event. It's easier to invite person. It's easier to invite a professional to a scheduled event than it is a video page. Now, it's nice to have the video page there at all time. But number one, it's live, so it's something to invite to. Today's an invitation day, right? Tonight's the night. Secondly, there's Q&A. We're on there to take Q&A and have a culture and community, right? And it's also an opportunity to feature some of your other people in the company rather than just a video, which might just be me or might just be Wade or might just be McGuire or Nick, whoever. We want others to rise up and start doing presentations too. Hopefully they're doing them on their own. So, at some point it doesn't make sense for me to do meetings all the time. Or anyone to do meetings all the time because the idea is you take this meeting out to your group, that you start doing the meeting yourself locally and you have an event that you're inviting people to. And then you also promote the live event corporate does. But ideally, it'd be nice if we were only doing one a week and then one a month because there's so many going on without us, right? That's the real thing is corporate's responsibility is to do them until your teams take over doing them. So I'm encouraging all of you to start doing your own. At some point, we're gonna wind ours down and do them less because there's more being done out in the field. Until we do that, some of you may not step up to do it, right? So we're asking. Some of you say, "I'm never going to do that." That's fine. You never have to. However, you do have to if you're on here to build a team and you want to expand your brokerage, then you obviously do have to approach people and find out if they have interest in becoming a business funding broker with us, right? Either you approach them or you run ads to attract them, and then they approach you and say, "Hey, I'm interested." Both ways work. When you're setting up and scouting your own team, obviously outbound through your warm market is super successful. So what I want to talk about today is your ideal candidates for brokers. The ad we're working on says B2B experience is not required, but helpful. It's going to say that in the ad. And must be willing to call on business owners. It's going to say that in the ad because ultimately that was what one must be willing to do, right? So I've got a list here of 50 careers. I'm just going to start stating them all. And by the way, you can go to ChatGPT if you're like, where's the list? Where's the list? You can create a list in 30 seconds yourself too. Just go to chat and say, give me 50 careers that call on business owners. And you'll get 50 careers as well. That's all I did. And then there was all kinds of things that, that aren't real specialized or there's, fleet salesperson. Well, some people sell fleets, but there's not a lot of people selling fleet vehicles. So I said, give me the top 50 careers, not just 50. And then it gave me the top 50, right? They call on business owners. And then that's your warm market. Now, the reason I say that is because 10 years ago, we'd have to create that list ourselves, publish it on a PDF. You'd have to then go look for it. You can do it yourself in 2 seconds, but I want to read some to you because I'm encouraging you as we sit this. And by the way, Leslie, I see you on here. Thank you for that video. It was fabulous. It was on both. I love it. Spoke to me. I will be watching it again. The so the cool thing about this is you get to develop your own agency, right? Just like if you're hiring employees, you don't want to pay someone 40, 50, 80,000 a year, 100,000 a year that you don't like, doesn't work hard, is going to waste your time, isn't paying attention, isn't dedicated, wants to take the shortcuts to everything, doesn't really want to watch training, just wants to ask people questions, doesn't want to read a document and re-forward back to it. They'd rather just um, you know mention it in the Facebook group instead of digging. You don't want to pay someone a salary like that, right? There's nothing wrong with asking questions in a Facebook group. That's not what I'm saying, but there is something wrong if a person is not dedicated enough to go through the getting started training, the funding training, the comp plan trainings, go through the basics, the game plan. If they're not willing to do that, would you pay them a salary? No. And I don't want to invest 10 minutes of my time with someone like that either. Because money comes and goes, time doesn't. Time's gone. Right? We're not getting that 10 minutes back. It's forever gone. The time we're spending right now it needs to be invested. You need to take and receive and go with it, or don't come, right? Come here, gain, upcharge, fuel up, and get after it, right? So speaking of that, I don't want to waste your time. So I'm just going to start listing some of these careers that are listed here, because some of you have some people you need to call for tonight, right? You want to think about some of these people for tonight. And there's a lot of them. Hang on, let me pull up my list. Starting with accountants. I don't have the list in front of me, but I'm just going to start going. Accountants, attorneys, people, commercial real estate, coaches, wine distributors, beer distributors. I'm still looking for my list. Bear with me 1 minute. Wine, beer distributors, restaurant suppliers, real estate brokers who are commercial real estate, commercial real estate, commercial real estate. There's thousands of them. Every time you drive down the street and you see a for lease sign in a commercial real estate, it's got some name, you can call them. Hey, I'm reaching out. You don't know me directly, but I see you're in commercial real estate. That means you're dealing with business owners. Sometimes you might have some who need funding. So we do. Maybe you want to add this to your tool belt. Insurance brokers, insurance agents, healthcare brokers. They call on business owners. A lot of them small business owners. IT providers, payroll services. Who do you know that's in payroll? Who do you know that's selling payroll right now? Anyone who's a bookkeeper, any notaries, they all work, any equipment leasing companies, uniform companies. What about these embroiderer companies? Anyone selling, trinkets, little branded golf balls or coffee mugs or shirts with logos on them? That stuff, they're all calling on business owners, right? Anyone doing that? They need to add the security system salespeople, commercial property managers, not just commercial property leasers, commercial cleaning services. Who do you know that owns a cleaning company that cleans for commercial companies? Freight brokers, logistic brokers, legal document preparer, legal services. That goes along with bookkeeping. Social media experts. People say they do. I'm a social media agency for you. You know how many people have started their own digital agencies? All those people are calling on just business owners. E-commerce consultant, franchise consultant, business valuation consulting, business mergers and acquisition person, loan brokers, not counting us, right? Commercial lenders, basically, office supply salespeople, copier and office equipment system, any equipment, medical equipment sales, especially chiropractic equipment or spa equipment, spa suppliers, website designers, SEO agencies, digital marketing consultants, advertising sales reps, anyone who works for the radio stations or billboard companies, food distributors, beverage distributors, restaurant suppliers, janitorial suppliers, uniform suppliers, Chamber of Commerce staff, internet services rep, telecom sales rep. That's huge. Managed service providers, IT service providers, business consultants, business coaches. I've already said commercial real estate. Obviously, merchant processors, because they're calling on businesses today, commercial insurance agent, human resource service companies, already said payroll, corporate attorneys, tax planners, CPAs. There's just some right there. If you have that list in your head and you say, who do I know that's a CPA? I can think of 4 or 5 right now that I've not called. There's one that lives on the other end of my neighborhood. Never thought about her till this moment. She lives on the other end of it. We have a community. There's 300 homes in my community. We all get to know each other around the pool and different things. But I don't know her well, but I know her and she's a CPA and I can reach out, right? That just came to me right now. I need to invite her out tonight. Who do you know that's a CPA? Think about it. Who do you know that's a tax planner? Anyone who does tax planning? Anybody who does financial planning? Yeah, but they call on individuals. A lot of those individuals have a lot of extra money and they're business owners, right? Anyone you know marketing payment processing today? They need to be joining our business to market their funding. Anyone you know ADT, ADP, all these payroll companies? ADT is the alarm company, I guess. Although they're good too. They call them business owners. Any business owner who's a franchisee that has a B2B service, like alarm systems, phone systems, cable installers, insulation companies, who are out there selling. I'm talking about selling the supplies, drywall companies, not the installers, the suppliers. It's a lot of independent suppliers. So that gives you an example. So the pro tip for today is we do this all the time, but sometimes we need to stop, set it down, and just ponder for a minute. Who do I know that? You got to just ask yourself that question. Who do I know that is enlist a career? Oh, and you'll come up with 4 or 5 people that you haven't called yet, and you contact those 4 or 5. Or when you pull them up in your Chamber of Commerce book. Who's in my chamber? Who's in my local chamber that is a CPA? Hey, I'm just reaching out to you. You don't know me directly, but I'm also in the Chamber of Commerce, or I live here in Milford as well. And I saw your accounting company in the Chamber of Commerce book. So I'm just reaching out to introduce myself. I don't need your services right now, but I'm in business funding. I'm a funding broker. And we help come alongside when the banks can't help someone, we come along and help. We can get them funding generally when the bank can't approve them. So I'm just reaching out because you're a CPA. You have a lot of business clients. I'm sure many of them are bankable, but I'm sure many aren't because most can't get approved at their bank. They don't have the collateral, as you know. So I just want to introduce myself in case, number one, I could ever be a source for some of your clients. But number two, we're looking for more brokers. You could become a broker with us and actually earn a referral commission for referring those clients. Do you have any interest in learning more? No. Okay, thanks. Well, yeah, maybe. We had one CPA got 5 ERC clients, huge funding clients in the day, right? Just from a call like that. So go through the list. Today's the day to who do you know if. Sometimes we got to take a step back and get in our memory jogger moments of just who do I know that is? Okay, now I'm going to reach out to them and ask them if they have interest in learning more or attending tonight's presentation. That's it. That's today's pro tip. If you're doing it, you win. If you're not doing it, you're waiting for your business to come to you. You're waiting for your agency to grow on its own. You don't want to do that. You want to take your expansion goals to the marketplace. Be in the marketplace, stand tall in the marketplace, and attract others who can make an impact in their community. Business owners need this. Any questions or comments from anybody? Pretty simple one today, but simple to overlook too. Any questions from anyone? McGuire's got his hand up. Go ahead, McGuire.
Just wanted to jump on here and just say great little pro tip for our team building, and I'm excited to be out tonight. I'm going to be bringing the energy. So I have a few people who are joining tonight. I'm sure I'll have a few more by the time we go live, but we're going to be bringing it tonight. simplifying things and just bringing some great high energy. So just want to jump in and mention that for everyone who's going to be there tonight.
Love it. Thank you, sir. Yeah, we're broker focused guys. We're looking for professional brokers. We're not going to hype anything up. We're going to professionally drop it with enthusiasm and passion. And of course, we're looking for pros. We're looking. That doesn't mean you have to have experience, but you have to have at least a willingness to get out and serve and grow. AJ, what do you got for us today, buddy?
Hi, David. I was wondering about how you said uh, all the business owners to invite to the opportunity. But now, how do we distinguish if we want to lead with the opportunity to these business owners or if we want to lead with the funding to these business owners? Because these business owners could be looking for funding too.
Well, I wasn't reaching out to business owners. I was reaching out to employees. So everything I
Oh,
mentioned there was an employee, a CPA. Now they may own their own firm and you can
right.
approach them about their own firm as well. But like my CPA, I went to him as a referral source before. Of course, they could always get it for the funding, but someone who's a wine distributor, if they are a business owner and they are in the wine distributor business, there's two things. Number one, you could help them, but you can also help all their clients. So you could approach them. You determine that on your own, how you want to approach. There's no wrong way. You can lead with the funding or you can lead with the opportunity to refer the funding. It's up to you.
Okay.
There's no right or wrong in that case if they could categorize themselves as both.
That's sort of what I've been doing on LinkedIn, just kind of making my own determination.
Yep, right on. That's it. That's all you can
Okay.
do.
Perfect. Thanks.
Great question. Sorry for the confusion there that I brought up. I'm glad you asked the question. What do we have? Lumina Agency? Is that what I see?
Yeah, it's David. I couldn't change the name while I was listening. I get confused.
All
Um,
right, David. What do you got for us today?
hey,
Welcome, by the way.
yeah, hi. Yeah, I just got in Sunday. I'm going through stuff, so I may have missed this in the training. I apologize if I do, but I was going to join my chamber today, and I do business stuff. Like I have a marketing company, and I do other things. Um, and I can't join as David Allen Capital. I mean, because I'm not you.
Right.
So what am I, like what's the point at which in the conversation I'm disclosing? Yeah, because I mean, I don't want to print another set of cards. Do I? No, maybe not. But it's like I'm talking to people already. I want to push this thing out, but I want to do it in the right way because I've read your stuff and it's like you got all these rules and the employee handbook. Don't do this, don't do that. So I don't want to do any of the don't do's
Yeah.
and get myself yelled at.
Well, you can, and believe me, I wish everyone could just go do, but we've been sued 15, 20 times already from people who just do. And they sue us. They don't sue the agent. So we've got to put protection to protect your business and protect everybody. You can go in and say you're an independent broker for David Allen Capital. That's okay. But it's better to have your own branding. If
Okay.
you go in as David's Funding or whatever it's Lumina Agency looks like, Lumina Funding. Just call yourself Lumina Funding and it's a DBA. Or just go in as your individual name. I'm an independent broker for David Allen Capital. So if you're talking about how do I register myself with your chamber, you can say you're an independent broker of David Allen Capital. You just can't sign up as David Allen Capital.
Right, that makes sense. But and
Yeah.
then anybody who's talking to me about funding, I'm just going to kind of like have the soft conversation and just send them to my page
Yeah, and you can
and
get a
I'm
business card. You can get a business card. This is David Allen Capital, independent broker. I mean, it's okay to say I'm an independent broker. I'm a broker with David Allen Capital. You just got to make sure you say broker, independent broker. That's got to be on the card. That's all.
right. But I don't need it on my main card then. If
No, you can have it on, but you don't need it on.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, because they're your individual clients. You're independent. It
Cool.
helps. It helps to have for branding. It depends on how many clients you're going to see. I mean, if you're trying to get one client a week, get a card that's got DAC on the logo. You know what I mean? Because you're going to be talking to a lot of people. You're going to identify with David Allen Capital a lot, and they're
Yeah.
going to want to see that handoff. When you hand off, it feels better to have a logo that says David Allen Capital because they trust that you're really in it. You're
Okay.
not just talking about it for a week or two.
But you guys don't have to approve my business card if I just grab that logo
What's
and stick it
that?
up. But you guys don't have to approve my business card if I just stick it on the back of my
You put
main.
independent broker, you put independent broker logo, we don't need to approve it. Obviously, you're liable for what you do. You can't put on there, make 100 grand tomorrow,
Nah,
70,000 salaries, but you know what I mean? People do things like that. They
Right.
take our logo and they put it on something. So, but no, yeah, absolutely. We don't need to approve it as long as it's independent broker.
Okay. Thanks, bro.
All right. Thank you. Welcome, by the way.
Thanks.
All right. Kevin, how you doing, Kevin?
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Let's see. I'm good. Hey, great content today.
Thank you. Short and
wanted-
brief, but
Yeah, I wanted to pass along. I got a little traction on some social media on one of my platforms where I was sitting at about 1,200 views and some other things I was doing. Started using your social media pictures and stories, especially the stories, and it went to over 5,000 views in
All
about 2
right.
days and 250 clicks. So that's just one thing. It does work. People should definitely be using that. Another tip I got just this morning, I was in another platform and I started talking with lead gen companies that have specific targets like roofers
Mhm.
and specific lead gen companies that go after like screen installers on houses. They've got tons of clients and it's a perfect segue, and they were very receptive. So I've just started, that was just this morning. So just another idea.
Absolutely. Calling on people who call on and market to our ideal candidates. I love it. It's
Gotcha.
great. Good stuff.
you.
Welcome aboard, Kevin. Glad things are going well. And glad you had some success with the social post. Sounds like the numbers are up well. I see Devora's got her hand. Go ahead, Devora.
Yeah, I just had a suggestion for Lumen Agency Digital. I'm a realtor, so I do other things too, but I have a Bling digital card, which is free to do, and it has on there become a DAC agent or DAC funding at the bottom of my card. So everything that I do, website, phone number, email address, everything is there. But the DAC funding, I use those two as a link as well for people that may be interested in that opportunity or people that may be interested in business funding. So that
Okay.
helps me, and I share it with them digitally just through a text.
Yeah, so there's digital business cards people use. It's something you could try. We've not explored them enough to know which ones to promote, but obviously, they certainly are a great way to have more things on your business card than just one item or two items, and they're digital. So they're basically mini websites, right? And a digital card. Thank you for that. And I will just say that for compressing time between now and tonight's BizOp overview, a broker overview, I'm being very selective, and I encourage you all to be selective as well. You want to build the right type agency because every hour of time you need to invest into a broker is you don't get it back. So if you call on people that are already calling on businesses, guess what you've got? You're 90% of the way there, because then it's just a matter of educating themselves on the product. They're already comfortable calling on businesses. So it's a great place to start. Now, we want to give this opportunity to everybody. A young college student who's never called on a business before but has ambition. Hey, come on, bring it. If you're hungry, you got ambition, let's go. We'll help you get through your comfort zones, but you got to bring the ambition, and more importantly than anything, you got to bring the integrity and the desire, right? All right, guys, we'll see you tonight. McGuire, looking forward to doing it with you tonight. We're going to bring a great presentation, I'm sure of it, and we're going to attract a lot of new brokers. So come on out tonight. We'll see you then. 7:30 Eastern. We start right on time. So have your